Hey y'all, so I know I had to expose what I needed to expose. I'm not worried about, I was just in the room and I was like, people would say, oh, well, this was like this for that, and this was like this for that, and this was like this for that. But I said, but somebody who really care about God, they'll be like, yeah, but it affected her like this, and it affected her like that. Whatever that was like that for. Because see, people don't want you to be able to say they deliberately tried to starve you. So let me tell you about the food. All right, so with the food, there was times that the man, when I first got there, the man was bringing plates and his sister was cooking and I could get a plate. So I got a plate, it was good. I was real skeptical about the food at first, but it was good, tastes all right. And then then she'll make a plate. And another thing was I asked some weed because I needed to hit the blunt in order for me to be able to get out of bed. And the reason why was because of all this shit, this stressful shit that I gotta go through because of these devils, what they did to us. And so the lady, they know they be plotting on my weed. So if I got a little blunt, they gonna try to come smoke it up so I won't have nothing to keep me mentally sane. Like God keeping me sane, but to keep me, like my nerves just a little cool, you know what I'm saying? While I have to talk about people who was talking about raping my child. And I told the lady, like, I don't smoke weed like that. I said, I'm just going through a very stressful time right now and I'm finna quit. And so the girl come to me trying to smoke up the little weed I had left, and I know why I smoke it. I smoke it because I'm working on this case, and this the type of shit that make you show up at a motherfucking front door. Like, bitch, hold on, what you said you were gonna do to my son? But I know that it's all a setup because my family is setting it up for me to be murdered for this. And they set it up to run me out of Texas, and they got all kind of, they done stole my man. They got all kind of plots to keep me here with this bullshit. So the lady got mad because I would not give her my little emergency blunt. So when I'm finna show up at Cynthia, when I'm trying to I want to show up to these motherfuckers that said they were gonna do this to my baby. But I want somebody else to go show up to Cynthia Olvera. So don't nobody be trying to say that Andrea trying to do this to her. Or no, I said she gonna pay for what she said she was gonna do to my baby, period. And all the people that's involved with this sex ring bullshit. But anyway, let me go on, calm down real quick. Because God said forsake wrath, because they had the police called on me while I was telling about the shit, or the police just decided to whip up on me, and there go another black man following me. And they trying to make it seem like they just walking through the neighborhood and all of that old kind of bullshit. Now they trying to hear what I'm saying. And I'm walking in a totally complete opposite direction from his demonic ass. And my phone is only on 30%. That charger in that room would not charge my phone. I had to take it in the bathroom and realize that the charger in the bathroom was charging twice as fast as the charger outlets in the room where they have me with the little bitty cell phone service. And then think people gonna be in there trying to starve me. So I'm gonna tell you what the sister did, because they know ain't no stove in there. They know ain't no microwave in there. They know how they got it set up to make it seem like it's Eunice, why I can't access her kitchen. But it's affecting me how? Oh, you just let me up in your house where I couldn't access your kitchen, and I've been telling people that me and this baby have been starving, but y'all thought we were gonna sit up and smoke some weed and some cigarettes and think you was gonna discredit me? While trying to make the baby bump go away? And ain't nobody mentioned nothing about my baby. Everybody acting like they don't know. And I ain't said nothing about it either to them, because I want them to keep on trying to play like they don't know and expose the bullshit that they doing. All right. So the sister decided not to bring me a plate. Because the motherfuckers will see how I start wigging out. I'll be in the room with like myself and then start trying to put together this evidence and writing down all of this stuff that these folk done did to me and my children. And then I sit there like, damn, if I could just hit a blunt a couple of times, I can do this. And I hit it a couple times. And then she want to come in there and smoke it up, knowing that that shit calmed me down when I start freaking out, putting out the evidence about this case. And she decided not to make me a plate. And she brought her brother a plate. And she had been bringing us both plates the entire time. And she was making it seem like, oh, she cooked for everybody in the house. And if I'm there, it's not a problem for her to give me a plate every time she cooked. But I'm in there pregnant. And she goddamn don't give me a plate. When I peeped that shit, I was like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. This was like a week ago. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna feed him and not give nothing to me. And he supposedly don't know that I'm pregnant, right? So I'm walking across the street because there's another black man coming in my direction. And that black man who was sitting on the stairs by the church, who followed me from the Dollar General, he is still sitting right there. And he on the phone. But anyway, so basically the girl didn't bring me a plate. And she fed everybody else in the house except me. And then so I figured, oh, it's just about that weed or whatever, because I had a little pinch of weed that I didn't give her, you know, because I needed that shit to calm my mind. And I wasn't finna let them come and take my weed when y'all know that I do smoke weed sometimes, only when I need to calm my mind. And that's what God was saying. God was like, y'all can talk about her all you want, but she ain't have support from nobody goddamn body, and she be using that weed to help her get through this time. And God is a wonderful God, and I appreciate him for not trying to condemn me and say that it was okay for the Conroe police to murder me, and say that it was okay for Cynthia O'Vera, Joseph O'Vera, and all them Freemason and Illuminati people to rape my son, and then to say that it was okay for them to lie about my pregnancy and murder my baby and try to crush my baby and get these gangs to try to set me up and shoot me and kill me on the motherfucking street and sex traffic and try to give me and my baby herpes and AIDS just because I smoke weed. And they're the reasons why I smoke it. So calm down. Because that's some shit they make you murk motherfuckers about that shit. And they know that. And they trying to make me be like I'm violent, like I'm a terrorist, like I'm this. So I'm like, I ain't repaid y'all for none of the shit you did. Keep on calling me a fucking terrorist. Cause I know who gonna terrorize y'all ass the most. So anyway, so the girls, like, he started bringing down a plate, or another police officer. He brought down a plate, because I started getting my own food, and he was like, where did you get that from? He was like, where did you get that from? Like, they got it set up to where he's supposed to have me eating out the palm of his hand to control the size of my belly. So that means something is going on with the baby and with the fetus, and they trying to keep the fetus size small. And so anytime I would get some food, like when I first came and they was trying to do this, he'll be like, oh, where did you get this? Oh, where did you get that? And then when I started exposing that I didn't really have food and that I was starving or hungry, then he'll try to hurry up and bring me a meal or something like that. And so he was bringing me little snacks and stuff, and then his sisters and them wasn't giving me the real food and stuff, and I just sit there and eat the snacks, and then I go outside, and one of these black men will pick me up and then tell me that I have to have sex with them, and they'll give me something to eat. And so one day, he brought a plate of food to me and said his sister had only made enough for just him, and that I could eat some of the food off the plate but give it back to him. And he brought me some Jamaican curry chicken one time from this restaurant I hadn't eaten all day, and I ate some of it and I put the rest in the refrigerator, and he snuck out of the room, and when there go another police officer, he snuck out of the room, and when I went into the bathroom, I went into that living room I showed y'all to go use the bathroom, he was sitting on one of those trash bags and he was eating the remainder of my food. And when I woke up the next day, I was hungry, and he did not go and get me nothing to eat. He said that he would give me another plate, and he asked me if I wanted him to go get me another plate, and he never did. So he'll bring me food to try to cover it up, but then he'll do little slick shit. And one time he brought me some chicken, and I was excited. And then he asked me could he eat the rest of my food. And they got to make it seem like, oh, he giving her everything he got. He giving her all of his food. He's giving her, he don't got money like that. He's on disability, trying to make it seem like I'm taking advantage of this old black man. And like I said, you ain't the age that you is in this country and don't know what's going on. These old men are the most wicked men. They do not need no sympathy. They don't need nobody to wipe their ass. They don't need nobody to take care of them because they did wickedness with these white devils, and then thought they were going to sell out the younger generation for knowing Jesus Christ, and then think they were going to sit back and help the other ones that found out blood sacrificers, the one that the elders chose. The elders chose Shekinah to live. The elders chose Larissa. The elders chose Shekinah. The elders chose Kiana. The elders chose Michelle. The elders chose Desiree. The elders chose Jessica, and they chose to sacrifice me from a very young age, so they know what's going on. And they just said they had a death in their family. And Nicki Minaj, something about somebody got hit or somebody she knew died, her daddy. Then you see Lil Durk brother just got shot, and you see everybody got somebody dying in their family. Every black person. And it's not a coincidence. Don't talk to me. You got plenty of room for you to turn. Go about your business and leave me alone. Sitting over there trying to sit right there and talk to me. Boy, I'ma just go ahead and let him go on about his fucking business, bro. And they following from all over. And it's not because I'm cute. It's a thing that they thought they was going to set me up and prostitute me and then have me somewhere murdered somewhere. But that's what they said they wanted to do. They said they wanted to rape me and give me the nasty diseases that the Most High done put on their ass, and then want to try to have me somewhere cut up and dismembered. And they still bothering me, trying to make it seem like it's my clothes. And that's what God was saying. Like, go ahead and try to, even if you gotta, however you gotta get you some new dresses, because they over here trying to make it seem like because you got on those short clothes, that's why these men is doing this to you. But anyway, that was with a vision that I had about Offset. And I'm about to tell y'all about that vision. Why they over here trying to distract me. So anyway, that's what's going on with the food. She ain't cooked no meals since, she haven't cooked any meals since I posted that video of my belly. And before this, she haven't cooked anything. And supposedly now she out of town, so where ain't no air conditioning or ain't nobody gonna cook for me. And he's claiming that he don't have money. That his boss, he said he got to get his sister all his money. He said, oh, I'll bring you back a burger or I'll bring you back something, but it's like they only want me to have one meal and then some days skip a meal. And then, like, if I got the money, I'll buy my own food and I'll feed myself, you know what I'm saying? And then he'll be wondering, oh, where did you get this? And one time when I had got some nacho, he was asking me, oh, what's in there? What's in there? And then I said, I got tired of them trying to look at my plates and then try to have the companies where I buy something from poison me and shit. And I told him, man, I said, it's some chips. Why you worried about what's in my plate? And he was like, oh, can I have some? And that's what they've been trying to do. Eat up my food and then try to pretend like they didn't know that I was pregnant. And you know what? I just want to I'm done talking about this food shit. I'm done talking about it because he going to act like, oh, I was feeding her. I was the only one helping her. I was only this. Yeah. But I'm finna show y'all a little piece of my body.